What's up, bearders? Today I'm going to do something a bit different. Done several beard oil reviews and some just product reviews and BS and whatnot, but I'm Kyle's Keto Beard. And the first half of that is keto. So obviously, I've been living a keto lifestyle for a while, but as you can tell, I've fallen off the bandwagon. I've been doing really bad since my birthday, it's almost 2 weeks ago. So today, I'm kicking out the rest of the carbs, I'm getting into it, and I'm going back. I've got to get this stuff back off. I've got to get back in my keto lifestyle. I originally got in there because I had a lot of GI issues, so I've got, just from the crap and all of the carbs and fried foods I used to eat a couple years ago, my stomach just cannot handle some things anymore. And that was probably one of the biggest things about switching to keto in the first place, because it's an anti-inflammatory diet. So essentially, sugar and carbs, mostly just sugar itself, is just, for lack of better words, I'm not a scientist, and I'm not even going to pretend to say that I know about nutrition. Yeah, I know a lot about nutrition, obviously. But sugar itself is almost like just thousands of little needles flowing in your bloodstream, it's like hitting, kind of imagine your bloodstream, from what I can gather, is like a gust of wind coming your way. The wind itself isn't what hurts you. But now imagine that gust of wind with a bunch of just coarse grained sand thrown into there, and just that's gonna hurt, man. Coarse grained sand hurts. And that's kind of what sugar is throwing into your bloodstream. You just want to flow with the winds. You don't want to get blasted with sand. So my body is set enough. I'm gonna kick it out here, and I'm starting. One of my biggest weaknesses is things like diet sodas and beer. So what I do when I'm in keto is I substitute that with seltzer water. So seltzer specifically, not the flavored water, because it has no sweeteners at all, and the bubbliness gives me that same kind of kick, that desire, that feeling. It's fun, as some people say. It's got that fun quality to it. Well, it's still being mostly water. Obviously, there's some carbonation. It's not as good for you as drinking straight water. But given what it is, and given that there's nothing artificial other than the actual carbonation, it's so much better for you, and actually kind of gives that kind of kick that you're looking for. So this is a brand I tried from Target here, and this is called Good and Gather. So I don't know if it's going to focus here yet. I guess it's like one of their. It was the cheaper brand, because LaCroix there is like an extra 50 cents too expensive, and LaCroix is already too damn expensive as is. So if I can find a savings on it, I'm not going to pay extra for something that's already overpriced. So this was about almost $1 cheaper, and it comes on cucumber mint, which I love cucumber water. So let's try it. I just want to see how. Oh, I can smell some mint. So I didn't take this time out of my day just to say that I'm drinking seltzer because I'm keto, whatnot. I have had an on-off relationship with coffee, but man, coffee really helps on keto, because it helps boost up your energy when you're feeling sluggish, especially if you have things like keto flu. I'm a little worried because my caffeine tolerance, I haven't been drinking much caffeine at all. Even things like diet sodas, even when I get out of ketosis. So whenever I have a coffee, I feel it. And I'm an idiot, and whenever I buy coffee, I buy the extra caffeinated stuff because I'm a douche. But I'm not making coffee at home, mostly because, I don't know, to me it's a pain, because I have to get out my little hot. I'll show you a video later of what my kitchen setup is. It's stupid. But I have to get out a little hot plate. I have to wash out the pan. I have to wait for the pan to come to a boil, which takes what feels like it's like a 30-35 minute process just to get a cup of coffee. And just like a plain cup of coffee. And then I have to I have a French press, or I can use a quick little, I have a small little coffee maker. But you know what? I decided, let me just do something different. I got me an electric kettle, and because I had a cup of pour over coffee, and I typically like the feeling of, excuse me, drip coffee is not bad. I'm not above drip coffee. I've got a drip coffee maker, but I had, obviously coffee from a French press tastes better, but that usually I end up making too much of it. And I had some pour over coffee, so I decided to get me this little pour over mug combo. It was only like 10 bucks. I was like, you know what? If I can get me an electric kettle and this pour over mug for super cheap, this can really be kind of the extra push I need to help me, especially since this is such a compact setup. I got it set on my bedside bedside nightstand. You know what I mean? I can have this on my bedside nightstand and I can wake up groggy, hit the kettle, boom, get my water hot, and by the time I'm ready to wake up, probably have me a cup of coffee ready to go. I feel like that can kind of help me on my way here. So I'm about to go home, get this set up, make me a cup of coffee, and then we're going to go shopping for my keto foods. So hang tight, ya bearders. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Oof. So this thing's actually really cool because in the time it took me to pretty much grab my tripod for my phone here, it's already hot and ready. So make some pretty cool noises. There we go. So I've got this thing loaded up. I've got my coffee in there. Yeah, it automatically stops when it's ready and hot. That's freaking cool. So let's see how this comes out. I'm not going to burn myself, so let's do this here. And give that a moment for it to settle here. So, shout out, I actually got this on a sale here. It's like less than $3. Really good deal. Smells really good. Not the greatest coffee in the world. But my two standbys for coffee: MCT, stevia. Messing around when trying to find creamers is pretty ridiculous. I just mostly stick to black and splash a little stevia in there. This is the easiest I found, the liquid stevia. Although powdered is just as easy, but liquid it's already blending in with the coffee. Wow, that looks really good. It's blending in there quite well. And of course, to get you those fats and to get you into ketosis faster and to help give you more actual energy, I'm trying to use this as a fat fast, because now I need to cut out everything and get my body to shock back into accepting fat for energy. So no, I'm not overusing this, because obviously that would be bad. Since I'm not in ketosis, it would store as fat and be counterproductive. So just a light amount of this, and over the course of a day or two, gradually increasing it. Let me pour a little bit more on here, because again, I do apologize for the audio situation here. I'm gonna give this a try, see how that pour over taste test. Probably the best brew I could have gotten from that cup of coffee. It's not a great, like I said before, it's not a great blend, but it's very smooth. Like, it's not, I think I used the appropriate amount of coffee grounds in there, so I'm gonna relax here and get that. That was hot.